Well, hello everybody. I hope everybody had a good weekend. And it is Sunday evening, well, 4:30 on Sunday where I'm at. So let me get a few adjustments done here so I'm not echoing on my own end. Um, yeah, it's been a good weekend. Decent weather. We got rain coming for the next couple days, but it'll be nice. Anybody that joins in is welcome to come on up and join me, as always. It's been a quiet Sunday. Hey Eddie, how you doing, brother? Hope you're not roasting down there in that horrible weather you got. It's only 71 here, so as you can see, I got a flannel on. Welcome, pop up if you want. I did pin. Yep, I did pin the link to the top. Rainy. Oh, that's even worse. You guys have been getting a lot of storms, at least as far as I'm concerned. At least it's not, snowing or something like that for you. You're doing all right. Oh, hope your animals are doing good. And I tell you what, you gotta stop breeding with them. Wife's gonna get jealous at some point. No worries there. You know how it is. I know you're always doing something for somebody. And spare time you got, you're always giving it to other people, which is awesome. Well, your wife keeps posting pictures of your animals, and they all look just like you. It's hard to get around that. But I hope you had a decent weekend. Mine wasn't bad. Been quiet, surprisingly quiet in this campground. Um, Most of the campgrounds I've been in this season have been surprisingly quiet. Not a lot of people, not overcrowded. I mean, right. Uh, Most of the people in this campground left today, which is kind of normal. Sundays at mass exodus, of course, but normally there's more. Hey, Colbs. Normally there's more people that stay a week you know or so, but there's not been many. Few of the full timers like me. That's about it, and not a lot of them. Um, I know some people are fearing this campground because they're going to change their policies and give you assigned sites, which heck, I don't know if I'll be back because I don't want an assigned site. I want to be able to come pick the site I want, which one I got right now is out in the trees, and that's where I like it. Because I got a big rig, they could assign me anywhere. And I'll tell you what, 90% of these sites are so unlevel, you have to block up or do something so you can actually use the site. If the sites were flat and level, I wouldn't care. You put me wherever. Still want to be down here in the trees instead of up there in the field with everybody else. I figured I'd pop up. That's Sunday night. Been quiet. Thought I'd come say hi for a little bit. I know I got a live tomorrow with Dan with Wandering Monk. I think that's 3 p.m. Pacific. That'll be fun. We haven't done a live together in quite a while, so I'll enjoy that. Hopefully, everybody shows up for that one. It's always fun. I believe I have it scheduled. I hope I have it scheduled. I don't know. It's hard to keep up on the settings all the time. Um, yeah, I figured I'd pop up a little more often doing a short live stream. Um, my plan is to go about 30 minutes. Call it good. Nothing fancy. Hey, Gypsy. How you doing? Yeah, for the most part, I was just sitting here bored. Waiting for a friend of mine to call me so we can work on a schedule for our next camping trip, which is the 15th of next month. I hope to get out before that and do a couple things, but this is a planned 10-day trip I do every year. This year I might cut it short a couple days because right when I get back from my trip, I have to go. So I might cut it a day or two shorter so I have a little bit of relax time from the trip. Which I'll tell you what, the trip's all about relaxing, but you spend that long out there in the woods and it's nice to take a minute or two to acclimate back to society again, as I could say that way. But it'll be fun. It's a canoe trip. We'll be canoeing into the site at least. I will be. I'll bring my canoe loaded since I can, and then I'll be towing my kayak behind that for the fun to have in the kayak once we're at camp. Then we'll be at the same camp for the whole time because where we're going, there's only one place to camp, which kind of sucks. And we aren't allowed to have fires, so that sucks too. But hopefully the bugs aren't super bad this year, and I don't go through jugs and jugs of bug spray because hey, this time of year it's hot. I want to go swimming. Yeah, you get out of that water, you dry off, you spray yourself down with the bug spray to keep them off you. And then 10 minutes later, you want to go for a swim. Go figure, you know. The only safe place is going to be in the kayak or the canoe out in the water, which I plan on doing some fishing while I'm up there. I've never had any luck in this place going fishing, but the last couple of years I didn't bring a fishing pole, and we could hear the fish jumping early morning, late night, out there in the water, jumping up for bugs and stuff. So this year I want to go out and give it a shot, see if I can't catch something. Maybe go out towards the deeper side of the lake and do some deep dive fishing and try that. I know we're going to be gathering up crawfish and cooking that while we're there. And bringing my snorkeling gear. So got a little more option with that. And I hope to be able to film some of that as far as the underwater stuff goes, because we'll be doing some diving and stuff like that. And then just around the lake and enjoying it. We are on the hike is 2.5 miles in, and the boat ride's about the same. So my buddy is going to put all his gear in my canoe and kayak and hike my dog in so he can go with us, which will be great. He loves it out at the lake. So doesn't love swimming, but he loves getting up. It gets about time that water hits his chest, he's done. Doesn't want to do it anymore. Doesn't want to go any deeper. And we have forced him out, and he swims great. I mean, shoot, he's a big enough dog, he floats. But he doesn't like it. Doesn't like the old not touch the ground. So hopefully this year we can break him in a little further on it. I did get him in the ocean a couple weeks back, so he didn't like the water in the ocean because it was alive. But it took him a little while this last trip, a couple times going out there, just dragging him out into the surf and letting him know that the waves aren't going to kill you. So he got to the point where he was actually just running around out there having a great old time. Still wouldn't go into the deeper water, which, heck, that stuff's cold. I'm not going out there either. The lake we're going to, it's not as cold. So hopefully we can get him out there to play a little bit more in the water, maybe throw his ball out and have him just go get it and learn that. I mean, he's 6 years old. He's only been around rivers for the most part, a couple trips to the lake, and that's it, which is too bad. Anybody got any plans or anything coming up that's worthwhile? We know Double Dog doesn't, but you just got to feed the goats, breed the dogs. What you been up to, Colbs? Yeah, work. Yeah, I don't miss that word. I don't, even though, I'm married. My wife still makes me work every day. Not so much every day, but we had people come over today, so I had to spend the whole morning cleaning the motorhome. Which I'll tell you what, only cleaning a few hundred square feet, way better than a couple thousand. We have not even worked our schedule out as far as trip south this year. I do know we're going more directly south to Arizona and more directly back at the end of the season, which it's going to be a long season in Arizona for us this year. We're going to stay down there till we can't handle the heat no more before we come back. In the last couple of years, we've come back early, and it's just been horrible weather here. No, I'm in Washington. And yeah, I'm tired of the snow, the rain. I want to avoid it all for a while. So our idea is to just kind of bolt from here to Yuma, Arizona area, and when we're done down there, bolt right back. No venturing around. Well, we will hit a lot of spots that we haven't hit in those areas on the way down and back, going straight down and straight back. So, but we aren't going to be going further east like we did last year, going through Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, Nebraska, South Dakota, and Glacier Shark. So we're not going to be doing that again this year because I think we're going to wait till next year. Then we're going further east, which I hate to say it, but we're going to be going over by Devil Dog and up along the backside of this side of the Mississippi, I think, next year, not this year. So I'll have to meet up with you guys down there, Devil Dog. This year we do have a few gatherings we're going to try to get to. Meetups, not gatherings, but meetups. We will be doing a Monaco owner meetup for the motorhome, just like we did last year. I think I'm going to try to hit the Ironwood meetup this year. Go out there and play with a bunch of people I've known from online and haven't met yet. And there's a couple others I got scheduled. There's one in Idaho that the wife's working on. I don't know anything about it, but we'll see how that goes. I don't mind Idaho. It's, right over here. We can make that drive in a day easy enough. But yeah, next year, my wife wants to hit the Gulf of Mexico. And I'm thinking, seen some pretty good spots from Devil Dog. So I think we're going to go over into his area to hit the Gulf. Maybe go a little further east before we head north. Hit some more states. So hopefully that all works out. But that, it's another year out. So we'll see. I got a few adventures, 2-day adventures coming up that are going to be more around my rock hounding and not so much the other stuff. So I don't know if I'll film. 'cause I don't film a whole lot of what I do when I'm rock hounding. You don't want to give away the spots for one, but especially up here in Washington, you give away a honey hole up here in Washington, and next time you go, it's just ruined because people attack it. But I've got, I don't know, 7 or 8 spots I've marked on my map to go get different kinds of rocks, and I will be checking them out with my buddy Hunter. Hey Bev, how you doing, lady? So hopefully those spots work out. It's just been, I've been watching a lot of geology programs from the University of Eastern Washington, and some of the professors up there kind of give clues to where, but no locations. So I got places I know from my history where to go look for certain items, like the blue agates from Ellensburg and stuff like that. Places up north of there where I can go get geodes and amethyst and black quartz. So I'm kind of looking forward to doing that kind of thing too. Overall, I mean, I know a couple things I got to do when I go to Eastern Washington is I got to go see Quiet Listener. She's not far off my path where I'm going to be going through, so I got to go over, stop by, say hi to her, give her a hug, get the rock she has for me, that she's been trying to give me for a couple of years now. It's just so expensive to ship rocks. I've got my tumbler right now running behind me with rocks from Al Shafe from Newfoundland. A couple of the ones he sent me disintegrated in the first round. A couple of the others are doing really nice, so I'm hoping they come out really good. And I probably will do a short video showing them coming out. I did put some of my own rocks in there because he didn't, it's expensive to ship rocks, so he didn't ship me a lot. So I added some of my own that I found down when I was in Arizona, some of the quartz and stuff like that. Not my crystals, but just my regular quartz. That quartz polishes out really nice. Hey, Camping, how you doing? Hoping you had a good weekend. Oh, what a day. Did nothing, absolutely nothing today. Can't beat that on a Sunday. Just sit back. Um, I didn't get, like Friday, I get to enjoy the day watching people come in and try to park their rigs. That is the best entertainment in a campground ever, is watching people try to park a rig. And it's like, sometimes I swear they don't know how to drive them. I don't know how they got them here, let alone, hey, if you can't drive it, don't even try. Practice somewhere, backing up. I mean, watch these people try to back up big old monster fifth wheels, and 20 minutes later, they're still trying to back that thing into the site. And I got a 40-foot motorhome. I back in on one try almost every time. It's, you know, but, I spent a lot of my life towing trailers and backing them into job sites and stuff like that, and big panel vans and stuff like that, and even spend a lot of time driving semi trucks hauling hay and stuff like that. But it's still a thing. Don't get something you can't manage. Tough for me is that little Go trailer I got. Boy, that thing wiggles so quick behind the Jeep, because the Jeep turns sharp. That thing twists in a heartbeat. It's kind of tough to back up. But hey, with that, I can unhook it and just push it where I want. So not as big a deal. Which later in September, I'm hoping to get out with that when it's not super hot anymore. We haven't found a good AC unit for it. We've been looking. We got a couple of small portables, but we need something that will actually keep that thing cool in the heat. So the wife and I are going to try to plan a couple trips before we head out of Washington with that out in the woods. So we got it for us to get to campgrounds where big old monster 40-foot motorhome's not getting in, you know. So that's why we bought the little pop-up tent trailer. And thing's pretty neat. We've got it pretty well dialed in on what we want set up in it. Everything we put into it is going to stay with it. So if my kids want to use it wherever we're gone, they can grab it. They got everything they need to go out. That's the whole idea on that one. We got a couple more things I want to add to it as far as stuff. It doesn't really, as a unit, it doesn't need anything. Everything's there, but you need the stuff. You need the camping stuff, you know. I got a camp kitchen. I got it. I just haven't put it in there yet. Another ice chest I haven't put in there yet, which I have. I have all the stuff in storage. I just haven't transferred it from storage to the trailer itself. And yeah, a few little things I want to add to it. So no matter who grabs it, you got everything you need but food and water. I do have a jug with it, but you got to fill that up. And the battery pack for it works great. We've tested that out a couple times now. As long as you don't overdo your power usage, the battery bank, I think it's a Yeti 400 in there, it does pretty good. Hey, buddy, how you doing? Wife must be up. Dog always comes to visit when she comes outside. Oh, I don't know what to do next. Supposed to rain tomorrow and most of the next day. I was planning on taking Tuesday and going kayaking. I might do it anyway, even if it is raining. I still got a few things I got to do as far as modding the Jeep before we go back south again. I got a spare tire that needs a rim. So I got to get a rim for that. Local junkyard. I don't even care what it looks like. It's just a spare tire carrying the rack of the Jeep. And then I need one of those old-fashioned hook trunk mounts to hold the tire on the rack, because right now I got a hold down strap on that thing and it just is ugly. And I'll be carrying my kayak in a tote. I found a tote that instead of a bag to put my kayak in, because I have an inflatable kayak. So I'll be putting that in the rack also, because I won't be taking it down very often. I'm actually hoping to actually find a spot inside the motorhome in the bins, but we'll see how that works out. It's always a work in progress. Every time I unload and load stuff back up, it's like, oh, okay, I organize it a little better. I got more room here. All right, or like, what can I put in there in that more room? What is there that I can pare down? And constantly doing that, you know. I haven't used this in forever. Maybe never use it. All right, put it in storage, lighten the load a little more. Sometimes that works out, sometimes it don't. I mean, I did add things from storage this year and things out of the motor home to storage. And I think we got a couple more things we're going to pare down a little bit. And I think I'm going to have to go through clothes too. Wife always complains I wear like 3 t-shirts, that's it. And like, yeah, she's right. I got a whole rack full of t-shirts, but only wear a couple of them. We do have a laundry machine in the motorhome, so it's nice to be able to do that when needed. And like today, I needed to wash the entry rug that we have. Just dirt, dogs, all that, you know. Better than going to a laundromat, but it does fill our tank up pretty fast. But I will. It's it's gray water, I'll let her leach out into the ground and no big deal. Some places you can't do that. Some places in the desert you can't do that, which just I can't fathom. It's a desert. Wouldn't they want more water? It's not like it's bad or poop, you know. Definitely wouldn't drain that out anywhere. But I can go, 3 weeks to a month without dumping our black tank. And the gray tanks just matter how much laundry I do. If I do a lot, yeah, I have to dump it. But a lot of times when I'm in a campsite like where I'm at right now, I can easily just leave it at where it just drips out, and that's it, and keeps it under control. Don't want to exactly dump it because that floods out areas, stuff like that, which you don't want to do unless you're in a spot that I could run a hose over an embankment or something like that and run it down a hill. That'd be great, but I haven't been in one of those spots in a couple of years now. Anybody got any questions or anything before I end this? I know a couple of years from now we're planning on going further north, which into Canada. I want to go up and see some places. Well, I want to go to some places the wife hasn't seen yet that I have. Um, and that'll probably be something I'll do with my small trailer going up through the Fraser River Canyon. I do not really want to take the motor home down that road. It's brutal. And I don't think it's gotten any better, Up, down, along the cliff edges. Yeah, I should be screaming the whole time, no matter what we're doing, but she don't like the heights, especially on the passenger side where she's looking out the window and down the mountain. Nobody's ever driven the Fraser River Canyon. They wouldn't understand that one. That's pretty crazy. Fraser River runs from Vancouver, British Columbia, on up north, and it carves through the mountains pretty well. It's beautiful country. But yeah, it's mountains on both sides. They carve the road on the one side. I've done it in a car a few times. I've done it on the train. Train's much more fun because you can just sit there and stick your head out the window. Hi, sister. How you doing? Made it right as I'm getting ready to end. But I'm hoping to get out to see you this fall. I was saying earlier, some spots out near your area. I want to do some rock hounding, and if I'm out there, I'm gonna have to come by and see you. I've been putting it off for far too long, right? No worries. Nobody's required to be here. No, except Double Dog. He's always required to show up. He just doesn't. Most of the time, let's say. But I'm glad you had time to stop by today, Eddie. All right, I got a few seconds left before I shut this down. Anybody's got anything to ask or anything like that? I'll be happy to answer any questions. If you want to come up and finish this live stream off with your flute, I'd love it. And none of you heard this lady play. Stick around. No worries, sister. Take your time. I can go over my time limit. There's no worries on that one. I'm setting my personal time limit. I'm trying to keep it around 30 minutes. But hey, for good sounds, I always hold her open. So Eddie, what are you doing for work? It's obviously not the computer stuff because I know you do that for free. I've missed a whole lot of your live streams over the last few months, that's for sure. Every once in a while, I'll catch you or I'll catch Gary on Saturday, but you guys go on Saturdays. I'm usually doing something else. Is Gary still doing his Tuesday night lives? I don't know if I've seen those pop up on my list or not. Usually they're, after my bedtime anyway, but I wouldn't mind staying up once in a while for that. Okay, that's what I thought. I was hoping I wasn't just missing them. I know it's summertime and everybody's got better things to do. Victoria.
Hello. Oh, hold on. I hit the wrong thing. There we go.
Vika.
Hey, everybody.
Yeah, we're just going to have some Victoria play us some music, and that'll be the end of the stream for us. I would have ended a while ago, but she said you wanted to come up and play some music, so I'm all for it.
Okay, hold on.
Whenever you're ready.
I can't hear you, Tony. You're muted.
Yeah, I muted myself. Sorry. Thank you very much for coming up and playing a little song for us.
You're welcome. I'm sorry I missed the whole live. I haven't been getting on the internet all that much anymore, so get on here and check bills and check on everybody, see how they're doing. But really, I don't get on here much anymore.
That's all right. I'm glad you showed up at least to finish off my live.
And I do hope you'll come by if you get in this area. I've been waiting, what, more than a year now?
Yeah, I was thinking closer to 2, but hey.
I was giving it to you. Yeah,
Yeah, we
okay.
got some plans to come out towards Ellensburg, and I know that's not far from you, so
Ziggy, how far is Ellensburg, Washington from Pasco, Washington?
From Pasco, Ellensburg is 109.9 miles away by car.
Did you hear that?
hour and a half or so, not far.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll be glad to get rid of all these stones all over my bathroom floor that have been in petrified whatever they are. I think one is petrified log, and I'm
Well,
not sure if the other two are petrified wood or what it is, but I've got a couple other petrified. They're pretty good size, petrified
yeah,
somethings.
that's fine. I can always make them smaller.
Yeah, well, one, let me grab the biggest one, I'll show you. It's got a lot of calcium buildup because I was keeping them outside. But once you take off the layer that has the calcium on it,
Yeah,
you'll get down to the pretty color that's underneath. It's got a really pretty color under it. Oh
yeah.
no, let me see. The more I rub, the more you see kind of the bluish. Like there's, I don't know what it is, what colors are under there. But yeah, see the bottom got real calcium.
Yeah,
But it's some kind of petrified something or another.
that's still
Yeah.
pretty cool. I could easily cut that into smaller pieces for jewelry or tumbling and stuff like that. I know I
Uh,
have a very large piece like that of opalized wood that I need to get out of storage
that,
and
that's
bring
what
with
it
me to
could be.
cut when I'm
Is
bored.
I don't have any knowledge on rocks. They're just rocks, and they're pretty rocks.
Yeah,
And then there's some not so pretty
that's
rocks.
all
And
that matters, right?
I, but I've got a bunch of them, and the internet doesn't do justice to what they actually look like. Some of them are
No,
really cool looking rocks.
no,
And I think they're
I've
what you
had a
said.
bunch of times where doing videos and stuff. I'll take a video of a rock, and it's like, no, I'm not even using that video because it doesn't even compare to what I'm seeing with my own eyes.
I could use it as a weight, yeah, the
Yeah.
exercise. All right, Tony, thank you for having me to play for you. And everybody in the chat, thank you for listening and not leaving. I appreciate it. You guys have a blessed and good day.
You too, sister. And thank
Bye,
you.
Tony.
All right, everybody. I'm going to call that on this note and thank everybody for watching and everybody have a good Sunday evening. I hope everybody